pretty good. Okay, this is gonna be a video. Obviously, I'm very cold today. It's very cold in this country right now. I look like I'm in a nursery, but that's because I'm cold. So I've got this onesie on because I'm cold. I've also got a hot water bottle because I'm cold. I found this in Primark on the floor. It was the only one left. I think it was on the floor because it didn't have an ear. She is called Barbara. Actually, her name is Betty. I got her name wrong and she's actually really annoyed now and she's refusing to let the girl heat. But yeah, she's got one ear and I've got one eye, so I feel like we're bound to be together. Also got some Yorkshire tea. Ooh, to keep me warm. Links to merch down below. Consumerism. Okay, where am I going with this video? Okay, so this video, I've not been here for a while, so it's a little bit of an update, and I'm gonna do a bit of a Q&A because I haven't done one for like a year, like a proper one for like a year. I think over a year. So we're gonna do one today. A bit of an update. I haven't really done any videos this month because I've been working really hard on Sisters of House Black. We pretty much filmed most of the film. The only thing we need to do now is green screen stuff, pick up things, audio things, and also, well, editing obviously, and also the Hogwarts scene, so actually we've still got quite a lot to do. But we filmed a lot this month, unexpectedly actually. Some things just came through, so we managed to do it, so that's why I've been really busy. I've not been really active. I've also broken my big toe, so I can't really dance, and I really need to rest, and I'm gonna rest that next month, except I've got a performance next month at Annie Manga Pop, so okay, so I put on my Instagram yesterday. Check out my Instagram. Ooh, Kelsey_Ellison. Put on my Instagram story yesterday some questions. Opened it up for you guys to ask me questions. So I'm going to answer them today. Just chill out with some tea, with my hot water bottle, with Barbara. And answer your... Oh, I've also got some alpacas on my feet. Wow, I really do look like I'm in a little nursery right now. I am a grown woman, but who cares? I'm having fun. My accent. An asset or a curse? Okay, so this is quite an interesting question. I think it's more of an asset. It's a good conversation starter, and also like I can use it. It's like something that I can naturally use for acting roles and stuff, which a lot of people like struggle doing this accent and doing it like authentically, so that's quite an asset. But it also can be a curse because people like seem to think I'm dumb or that I'm working class. Wait, I am. There seems to be like a stereotype with people with this accent that we're not as smart. Would you rather have pizza for the rest of your life or hot dogs for the rest of your life? Pizza! Pizza is literally like one of my favourite foods. I love those Italian carbs. What did you want to be when you were younger? I wanted to be an author/illustrator, and I used to write a lot of stories. I had like a really vivid imagination. A lot of my stories were like horror/creepy stories. I don't know what about ghosts and stuff and like cursed items. So I don't know what that says about me. But I also wanted to be an illustrator as well, so like do my own books with my own art, except my art was awful. That's my first memory of like my first thing I ever wanted to be. What's your favourite movie? Okay, I feel like people are gonna expect me to say something like either super artistic, like something like Tarantino. Actually, I really like Kill Bill, but that's not my favourite film. Or people are gonna expect me to say Harry Potter, but actually it's Chicken Run. I don't want to be a pie. I don't like gravy. My whole life flashed before my eyes. It was really boring. There's so many good quotes in that film. It's such an entertaining film. It does like a perfect story arc, perfect tension at the end of the film, and a perfect resolve. It's such a good film. Do you curl your hair every day or is it natural? I'm actually spilling the tea here. Right, let me get this straight. My hair is naturally straight. I am not. However, I don't curl it every day. Let me tell you what I do actually. Because I get this question a lot on Instagram, and I actually did a video on it, but no one seems to have watched it, so let's refresh. I use this bad boy. It's called a Lee Stafford chopstick curler, and I curl my hair once a week with this, and then I just leave it, let it drop out. Curls drop out really nicely after a few days. I don't wash my hair. I use dry shampoo. Actually, it's changed my hair to not needed to be washed as much, because like if you wash your hair constantly, like every other day or something, it depends on it and it needs washing more. But actually, like it stays clean for a long time now because I've trained it to do that. My main girl, but I do use some other curling products sometimes. I will show you. I don't know what this one is. This is just a standard like curler, Remington, I don't know, I've had this for years. And I also have this, which is a crimper, and sometimes if I'm just feeling a little bit different, I'll put a link below. Actually, I'm going to put like an Amazon link. I have like a little Amazon shop where I do all my recommendations. You guys can check that out. I'll put all of those in there. Disclaimer, if you do buy from those links, like, it gives me a tiny bit of money, I think. I'm not sure. I'm trying this out. The reason I curl my hair is because I like my straight hair and I do rock it sometimes, but I just don't feel like it suits my personality and my style very much. When are you moving to LA? Moving to LA? Did someone not tell me this? I love LA, I love America, but I don't think I would move there. Is that controversial? Could you imitate the American accent? Lots of love from Iraq. Accents honestly are like my curse. I'm really bad at accents. I find it so difficult. I don't know if it's because my natural accent is so broad, or I'm just a little bit dumb. I will try, but I will also apologise. Thing is, when people ask me to do accents, I never know what to say. Okay, I'm gonna say some song lyrics. You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. See that girl? Watch that scene. Digging a dancing queen. What do you do after you've had a terrible week? There has been some in my life, and I think the thing that usually happens, what I usually do is I like to put like uplifting music on in my room and sing and dance to it, and for some reason that always puts me in a really great mood. Or I'll just watch like a really cheesy film, or the best solution is to chat to my friends, talk to my friends and my family. That always puts me in a better mood, so I'm not just wallowing in my self-pity. And I also I have a little notebook where I write down everything that I am thankful and grateful for as well, which really puts things into perspective. How often do you dance and Cyberdog? And does it pay well? I'm gonna guess how often do you dance at Cyberdog? So I dance at a shop called Cyberdog in Camden, which is super cool. It's like this rave shop, it's all neon, it plays dance music, it's so fun. And there's dancers on these little podiums when you walk into the shop, and I'm one of them. Only at the weekends, except in school holidays and special events like Halloween will be there in the week. So usually on average, it can be either every weekend, but they put us on rotation with other dancers, so depending on who's free and who's not, then I could be every weekend, I could be 2 weekends a month. It all depends, and also on my flexibility as well. So I usually end up doing about twice a month, and I broke my toe now, so I'll probably not do any in February. And the pay is it's not bread making money. I see it more as like pocket money for fun, like it's something I do as a hobby. Why are you afraid of cows? Okay, I know a lot of you guys love cows, and I appreciate your love for cows. I think they're great too, from afar. Cartoon cows and cows on TV, fine, good, hang on, they're good. But cows close to me, I'm terrified of. One, because I am 5'1" and cows are huge, they're massive, they're big creatures. Two, they just stare at you and they don't blink. And they follow you like this, and they just don't blink, and I don't trust anyone who doesn't blink. Like, that's super scary, right? Can you imagine if someone did that to you, like a person did that to you? That's super scary, but for some reason everybody trusts cows. Oh, I'm gonna cry. And 3, I had a bad experience where I went on a nice Yorkshire walk with my family once, and I got stuck in the mud, and it was like quicksand, and a herd of cows just started stampeding towards me, and thankfully it was like a film. Like, my dad yanked me out just in time before I died by cows. It was like The Lion King, but Yorkshire style. Okay, this is the Patreon question. Link to my Patreon below if you want to see that. Who would you most want to work with on a project? They can be alive or dead. Lady Gaga. Either on a show or on music. Just no question. Also Tim Burton. Solid and lumpy or soft and warm? Definitely soft and warm. I am very soft and warm right now. So soft and warm. Thank you, Barbara. Have you ever dealt with depression / anxiety, and how did you deal with overcome it? Okay, so I deal with anxiety. I've been diagnosed with anxiety. I'm quite a high-strung, anxious person. I worry a lot. I'm a huge worrier. Like, everything is just a worry. And I've had a few panic attacks and also like anxiety attacks and also like blackouts before from anxiety, so I can help. Everyone deals with it in a different way, but the way I deal with it, again, writing things down. Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night with all these worries, or wake up in the morning with all these worries, but if I write it down and put it in and then see what my worries are and what my brain is telling me, I can see in perspective, like, this is just silly, like kind of situation. That's like minor anxiety stuff. So I have been prescribed anxiety pills, but they said I only take them when I feel like I'm gonna like feel like super anxious and stuff. So a couple of times when I've woke up and I've got to go somewhere or do something, I can usually tell because like I get quite shaky, get stomachache and stuff, so I will take the medication then, and that really helps me. Medication doesn't help some people, but it definitely helps me, so I would recommend at least talking to a doctor about it. There's been periods sometimes where I haven't had my medication on hand. Actually, a few weeks ago when I was on Sisters of House Black, I'm pretty sure I had anxiety like really bad because I kept getting really bad stomach aches for no reason, like nothing to do with food or illness, like just really bad stomach aches, and I'm pretty sure that was caused by anxiety. So usually if it's stuff like that, I will just fresh air, honestly, and a little bit of space, and like counted breathing helps me a lot as well. But it does all depend on you as a person, but that's kind of the stuff that I do. Favourite piece of clothing you own? Just a sec, I actually really like this, but oh, I need a wee. So these bunny rees from Lazy Oaf are my favourite ever piece of clothing that I've ever got. One, because they're super cute, they're super unique, I love them. They're so comfy to wear. Also, like the challenge of getting these. Lazy Oaf first brought them out and I couldn't afford them because they were like £80, which is very expensive, and I don't usually buy like super expensive clothes, so I missed out on getting it the first time because they only do like really limited runs. And then I eventually managed to get them on Depop for a lot cheaper, like literally a year later. I was on this hunt for these bunny rees for so long, and I got them a lot cheaper on Depop after a while. So like the hunt for them, and then the satisfaction of wearing them. Yeah, there's a story to be told with these bunny rees. Let's keep on style, shall we? Fashion. Oh no, the accent's gone. What are your biggest fashion inspirations? So I get a lot of my fashion inspirations from Harajuku in Japan. Harajuku, always say that with a Barnsley accent. So I follow an account called Tokyo Fashion, which I get a lot of inspiration from. And then I also get a lot of inspiration from Lam-K, so Lam magazine, which is a Japanese style as well. It's like really like romantic, but it still has like bows in your hair. Yeah, it's really sweet and girly, but like mature as well. I don't know how to explain it. It's a really cool style. Also, the 80s is cool. I also really like vintage fashion as well. Like I like Audrey Hepburn style, like the sunglasses and everything, and like the glam kind of side of it as well. So the glam kind. Do you believe in aliens or any other supernatural beings? Yes, I do. I do believe in fairies. I do. We're really that like arrogant to believe that we're the only people, only living things in the galaxy? Like, come on. And also I do believe in ghosts. I've seen ghosts, had ghostly experiences. What's one thing that shaped you as a person? Oh, I would say my hometown Barnsley. And like the people in it and my family, maybe, definitely would have shaped me as a person. If you had to be a piece of furniture forever, what would it be? Oh, I would be a hat stand, because you would just look stylish all the time with all the hats, because I have loads of hats, and I sometimes struggle to decide which hat to put on. So if I was a hat stand, I wouldn't have to worry about that. Kyle Phillips has asked quite a few interesting questions, so I'll answer them. How often do you cry? Every time I see a dog. What's your middle name? I don't have one. I'm plain and simple, Kelsey Ellison. If you could be any character in the Disney parks as a performer, who would you be? If they ever did Vanellope Von Sweets as a face character, I would be her. Do you have plans to go to Japan again soon? I don't, because the budget is just not there. Okay, we've got some Sisters of House Black questions. Let's answer some of them. What's been the most difficult thing about playing Bellatrix? The accent. Like, you can't have a Bellatrix from Barnsley. Like, that's just not gonna work. Especially when I'm being in like really emotional scenes, and then like you're too into it and you lose the accent. It's been very, very hard because it's a little bit mixed between Cockney, but also RP. She has a lot of ups and downs, because sometimes it's quite babyish like this, but sometimes it can be quite low and quite menacing, and it's been very difficult for me to get the knack of it. And I still don't think I really have.
Ah! I'm acting.
Yeah, there's been some takes I've looked back on and I've been like, ugh. Another difficult thing has been trying to have a mix of my interpretation of it, but also people's expectations of the Bellatrix from the films, like Helena Bonham Carter's version. So yeah, getting that mix, getting that balance has been quite difficult as well, because I'm playing a younger Bellatrix, so she's not that Bellatrix fully that we see in the Harry Potter films, but there still needs to be hints of it. Another one is she's just a very high-strung character. She takes a lot out of me. Like, she's never like fully relaxed. She's always like, ah! So after like 9 hours of shooting, it is sometimes can be difficult to like get the energy, but I am quite an energetic person, which I think actually does help me a lot with this role. Would you ever direct films? Oh yes, I would love to do that. I don't think I'm at the stage in my life where I would, but I'm not at that stage at all. But I would definitely love to do that in the future. I think I would be capable of doing that. I would really, really love to do it. Yeah. Favourite costume from Sisters of House... Favourite costume from Sisters of House Black. I can't show you my favourite costume yet because we want to keep some film secrets. But this is one of my favourites because I really like the corset, and it's like a cross between my Bellatrix and the Bellatrix that you all see. So it's got like her kind of dress that you see in the Order of the Phoenix, but it's all neat because she hasn't been to Azkaban yet and she hasn't done all the crazy stuff yet, so it's like it's brand new. And also the corset is different, and I really liked that corset because it looks cool but it's actually comfortable because it's not actually really a corset, whereas some of the corsets I've worn And wow, I think we've answered a lot of questions there. This is going to be a long video again. And there was a lot more questions on my Instagram as well, so I do apologise if I didn't answer your question. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's bought my merch so far. I've been loving the pictures that you guys have sent me. Just a huge thank you for looking so funky fresh and for supporting me as well, because it really does. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!